A very good evening and welcome to this primetime edition of YES101's Visual Radio. Bringing you the news, I'm Hashni Patirana. And before we take a look at your news in detail, let's take a look at your headlines first.
News First headline.
Committed to people-centered governance, says President. Barriers to corruption investigations lifted, says Lanka. India's Minister of External Affairs to visit Sri Lanka. In your international headlines, Israel calls for evacuation from South Lebanon, strikes central Beirut. And in your sports, it's the ICC Women's T20 World Cup 2024. Bangladesh beat Scotland in the opening match. On to your top story this evening, President Kumara Dissanayake assumed duties as the Minister of Agriculture, Lands, Livestock, Irrigation, Fisheries and Aquatic Resources this morning. Thereafter, the President held a discussion with the Ministry Secretaries and other officials. President Kumara Dissanayake assured that under his leadership, there will be no room for political revenge. President Kumara Dissanayake further affirmed his commitment to supporting public servants who dedicate themselves to creating an efficient, citizen-focused public service.
What happened to Sri Lanka?
An extraordinary Gazette notification by Central Bank Governor Dr. Nandalal Veerasinghe announced that the pensions of former Central Bank governors under criminal investigation or trial will be suspended starting the 11th of September. Currently, Ajit Niwad Cabral and Arjuna Mahendran are facing legal proceedings due to their controversial actions. Cabral, who served as Central Bank Governor from 2006 to 2015 and once again in 2021 and 2022, was investigated for various decisions, including the Greek bonds investment that caused a loss of 1.84 billion rupees. He also faced criticism for insisting on printing money and for a $500 million sovereign bond payment amid the country's financial crisis. Mahendran, appointed in January 2015, is accused of facilitating a bond scam that allegedly benefited his relatives, causing losses exceeding 9 billion rupees to the Employees' Provident Fund. After the scandals, Mahendran left the country with an international warrant for his arrest still pending. The public awaits accountability for these significant economic decisions. Stay tuned to our primetime news on TV1 at 9 p.m. tonight for a comprehensive report on this. In more local news, the Minister of External Affairs of India, Dr. S. Jaishankar, will be undertaking an official visit to Sri Lanka tomorrow. During this visit, the External Affairs Minister of India is scheduled to pay courtesy calls on President Kumara Dissanayake and Prime Minister Dr. Harini Amarasuriya. The visiting Indian External Affairs Minister and his delegation will also have a meeting with Foreign Minister Vichitra Herath at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Minister Jaishankar will be accompanied by senior officials of the Ministry of External Affairs of India.
International news.
Now shifting your focus to the international arena, Israel's military urged residents of over 20 towns in South Lebanon to evacuate their homes immediately today as it pressed on with an incursion after suffering its worst losses in a year of fighting the Iran-backed armed group Hezbollah. The call for evacuations from southern towns included the provincial capital Nabatea, suggesting another Israeli operation designed to further weaken Hezbollah is imminent. Now, Israel, which has been fighting with Hamas in Gaza for almost a year, sent its troops into southern Lebanon after 2 weeks of intense airstrikes, escalating tensions in a conflict that risks drawing in the United States and Iran. The evacuation warnings came after Israel bombed central Beirut in an attack the Lebanese Health Ministry said killed 9 people.
news.
And finally, taking a look at your sports update for this hour. Bangladesh women beat Scotland women in the ICC Women's T20 World Cup 2024 opener in Sharjah by 16 runs. Now, ICC Women's T20 World Cup 2024 kicked off today at the Sharjah Cricket Stadium in the UAE. Winning the toss, Bangladesh opted to bat first against Scotland. Batting first, Bangladesh posted a total score of 119 runs for the loss of 7 wickets at the end of their allotted 20 overs. In reply innings, Scotland could only post a score of 103 runs for the loss of 7 wickets at the end of their 20 overs. For Bangladesh, this victory is their first win at a Women's T20 World Cup since 2014. Meanwhile, the highly anticipated clash between Sri Lanka, led by Captain Chamariyatapattu, and Pakistan, captained by Fatima Sana, will begin at 7:30 p.m. Sri Lankan time today. MTV Channel Private Limited has been awarded the official local broadcasting rights for this highly anticipated tournament, ensuring comprehensive coverage in the country's 3 primary languages for cricket fans. You can catch all the live action of ICC Women's T20 World Cup 2024 on TV1. And with that, we wrap up this edition of Yes 101's Visual Radio. Bringing you the news, I'm Hashni Pathirana. Thank you for watching and stay tuned for more of the very latest.